Oh, posties arrived. I've been waiting a while for this one. I'd almost given up hope. It's I heard him gently throw it again. I heard the postman gently throw the package against my door. So I'm glad he did that because it's beautifully packed, and I could know that it's been delivered. I've been waiting a while for this one. Um, the wonderful movie Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai, uh, I think came out in '99, I think. I've seen it plenty of times. I got the DVD here, but I just love RZA or Razor. I don't know how to pronounce it. From the Wu Tang Clan, anyway. Did the soundtrack for the movie. There is a Japanese only one of this where it's just the soundtrack music. This is actually like a compilation that was put together with various uh, other artists, Black Knights, Cool and Rap, Sugar Bang Bang, Master Killer and Superb, Royal Fam and the LA at La, the Dark Man, blah 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 blah. But what it's all about is the last track on the CD is. I'm all shaky. I've been out mowing. I've got hay fever. I just put on a record and nearly ruined my needle, so I'm a bit wobbly. Yeah, Samurai the Showdown. I just love that. It's sort of the opening music of the film as well. It's just some of the, it's just so great. I just love it. And the rest of it's got a bit too much of that hip hop rap, angry sort of shit on it, which I don't want to listen to. But now I don't have to put the movie on to hear the music anymore. I can actually play the CD. I just like to hear it every now and then. It's great stuff. Um, an update for Ben Rankins. I just gave this a burl. Wow. Okay, it might only be a CD, but by golly, this thing cranks. It's, I just played uh, Our Day Will Come by Ruby and the Romantics. It sounded terrific. I knew it would. You know, it was early 60s Cap original. Been played a lot, but by golly, it sounds fresh as a daisy. And then I followed it up with Daddy Longlegs and Junior. I didn't bother with Trouble Every Day because Frank Zappa gives me the creeps, to be honest with you. I don't like him. Um, I've got his early albums, but I just didn't want to hear it. Yeah, Daddy Longlegs, woof woo. So anyone walking past would have gone, oh, look at that old guy, he's playing that old music, and then Tumbleweed. Would they followed up, they would have gone, what? and yet this is about 30 years old now, probably. This one's for Morten. Um, I had the original Mental Notes by Split End. I was a huge supporter of that band. The first time I'd never heard of the band. I think it was either Lou Reed or Roxy Music. I think it must have been Lou Reed because I was in the front row at the old Horden Pavilion. I was as drunk as a skunk. I got there late. I got there in time to. Uh, the guy was, selling tickets, under rip-off prices, and I thought it was $5, I think, at the time. This is 1975, or maybe even early '76, to get into the concert. And he wanted, I don't know, if he wanted more than the $5, and I said, I'll give you three. And you can see there was no one else coming, so he went, here you go, like that. And I went in there, and to my surprise, I got a front row seat right in front of the stage. I mean, what? Anyway, I was really almost paralytic. Um, and my memories are totally foggy on this. All I know is that I saw Split Ends. They were the support group. Now, I'm pretty sure it had to be the Lou Reed concert. He was dreadful, actually. I'd seen Lou Reed earlier with his rock and roll animal touring band a year earlier, and they were just unbelievably good. But it was just him doing a money grab solo show, And he was standing right there, and I'm sitting right here. And I actually fell asleep during his performance. And I sort of woke up and looked up, and he was just staring at me with absolute hatred. He's just going, I hope it improved his performance because it was bloody lackluster. Well, I'm trying to get to the point. I think it was Split Ends with a support group, and yet Phil Manzanera of Roxy Music. Um, I know they must have supported Roxy Music at some stage, whether it was a different tour, because when I saw Roxy Music, who were bloody boring to be honest, live, they were excellent musicians, but it was just dull. It was like the church, It's just like you might as well stay home and listen to the album. There's no fucking point. And Brian Ferry, sounded like Prince Charles or something. What the fuck this? But Split Ends were awesome. I didn't know who they were. They all came on in all those funny clothes. And the drummer had a big drum kit there and it had Billy Hyde Drum Clinic written on it. Now, I just thought that was the name of the band. And then this guy comes on looking exactly like the guy out of a Razorhead, with that high haircut and everything. And off they went. And I went, whoa, what is this? They were so good live. Split Ends, before they went ultra poppy, they were really good, really, really, really good live. Much better than this record. This record is great, but it's pretty much it's probably almost just a polished demo in some ways, but it's live. They were very, very powerful. They really impressed me, and whoever was on afterwards, I think it was Lou Reed. But either way, whether it was Lou Reed or Roxy Music, they were both very big disappointments. That's all I can say. It's a long time ago. Forgive me. It's 2024. This would have been, when I saw them, it would have been 1975, late or early 76, I would say. It was before they went to the UK. Because I went up and saw them in Newcastle. I was so impressed with them. I went up to see my friend in Newcastle, the next city up from Sydney, and they were on playing at the Newcastle Town Hall, and they were just, once again, it was just like, the audience were all sort of, no one sort of really knew who they were at this stage, but it was packed out. But everyone was sort of sitting politely, and I'm trying to get the audience to get into it, I'm getting up, come on, yeah, woohoo, and all this shit. Anyway, that was the end of that. I mean, I think I bought True Colours a few years later. But the main thing was, and this is going on, I did get Second Thoughts, and I was terribly, terribly disappointed when it came out because it was like everyone knows, it was some of the songs off this album remade, and I just thought, what's the point? And it was put out in Australia and New Zealand as this, and then it came out, whatever. Get on the Morton's channel, and he was confused trying to explain it, and I'm not going to try because he did a good job of trying to, and I couldn't improve on it. This is mainly just to let Morton know that I had my original copy of this album. I bought it when it came out after I'd seen them. And if you're looking for an original Aussie, this is a CD remaster. I don't know when I got it, probably 20 years ago or more. If you do get a vinyl, supposedly original Australian copy, the fold out is this. This is taken from the album. The actual fold out is these black and white photos, moody, sort of creepy horror show type photos of the band. Then you know you've got a proper original, because this was my LP, which I gave to my nephew, who was a huge fan of Crowded House. He really never quite, he knew who Split Ends was, but I don't think he knew that they were just the same guys, some of them. So he bought a turntable and got into vinyl. So I gave him that amongst many other things to get his high album collection up to, so he's got something to listen to. He lives up in far north Queensland. And so I gave him my original. And to be honest with you, I was so into it, and then it just I probably didn't listen to it again until I bought this. I would have listened to it once or twice, but yeah, it's a great album in a way, And what can I say? So I would not have given him my original copy if I didn't have this. So this is a long-winded hay fever, scratchy itchy nose video for just to let you know, Morton, if you get going to keep pursuing down that path, make sure any Australian copy of Mental Notes has got the black and white inner. Then you know it's an original. That's all I can say. On another note, Phil Judd was diagnosed. It's called Mental Notes. Phil Judd there, who did the artwork for this album, won an award for it. Yes, on that one you showed where that mixed up album you showed where he's got his bald head, and then they took out poor old Wally Wilkinson up here on guitar. He was gone after this album. He was great live, but he had the wrong image, glasses and all that sort of shit. Um, quite a whole section of it over here was chopped off. Whatever. Um, I'm getting all excited about something that excited me, 50 years ago? Almost? Silly, isn't it, really? Music's wonderful in that way. Anyway, and another thing, yeah, Phil Judd, bit of a nutcase. The Swingers, that was his real master stroke. And when I worked on the North Shore of Sydney, up in North Sydney, the Saints used to practice there. I used to hear them walk past and hear them playing. And then there was a little office up this stairway in Crow's Nest, which was on the Pacific Highway there, just up from North Sydney. And I saw a little plaque at the door. I'll never forget it. I walked past. It said Phil Judd Productions. He wrote a lot of jingles for for advertisements and movies and things. I walked past one and I went, oh shit, Phil Judd. So that's just another little bit of trivia. This has gone on way too long. Arrivederci, bye now.